Ladies and gentlemen, now today I wanted to push the buffed up version of Crossbones to his absolute limit. So this is 6-star rank 3 fully boosted. We've got the Mangog Synergy, Odin on the team as well, Captain Marvel and Nick Fury. Now there's also already a Taskmaster Synergy for Crossbones that is meant to give him 2 additional Fury every single overrun, and I think that one is a little bit better in comparison to Odin's one, but that one is currently bugged and doesn't actually work. So if that one gets fixed, man, again, that's going to be like so incredibly good for Crossbones as well. But against heroes in the right scenario and right matchup, he's arguably like top 5 damage dealer in the entire game now. This is the fastest recorded ever takedown of Abyss of Legends thing. I think the previous record was held by Cable, which was just over 5 minutes, but we've got that down today to 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And as you can see with this kill, there are several intervals, you know, where we could either be a little bit luckier or it could be a little bit faster as well. So again, there's room for improvement on that time. I think a very skilled, very talented Crossbones player, maybe a little bit better than myself, could shave this down to 3:30 or maybe even 3 minutes of the right RNG. And against Abyss of Legends Thing, who is an absolute mega tank, that is absolutely incredible, because anybody that's done the Abyss of Legends knows how very annoying the Thing boss fight is, man. It takes like ages of Aegon unless you got him fully ramped up, but also being the first fight, unless you're going on a harder path, again, you've got to get Aegon ramped up in this fight, and it's just like a little bit of a pain as well. But the magic of Crossbones now is, as long as you've got above 4 Furies, you completely ignore the rock stacks, the unstoppable, you don't need to worry about any of that. You still trigger protection, but it doesn't look like it actually provides the damage reduction. So you'll see here, we pretty much have it always active because we're constantly meeting the criteria to trigger it. However, it never actually gives him the damage reduction. And one of the amazing things about Thing as well is pretty much everything, as long as you get the spacing and timing right, you can heavy counter on. So the special 1, the special 2, his heavy attack as well. So as long as you're experienced in fighting Thing, like Crossbones is now an absolutely insane option. And even without the Mangog Synergy, it's still going to be possible in various scenarios to beat Thing, as long as you're a skilled and experienced Crossbone player. But again, Crossbones is not an easy champion to play after his buff. He requires a lot of practice, a lot of knowledge about timing and spacing, and what you can and can't get away with, because his rotation is fairly tight in terms of weaving in the heavy attacks and also dashing back and holding block. So yeah, he's far from an easy character to play, but also for a very tricky character to play now, he has an insanely high payoff, man. Literally, it's like top 5 DPS in the entire game, and his ramp up potential is absolutely nuts, and especially when you can like dash back, hold block on the special 2, you know, refresh your Fury, and then also get a cheeky heavy attack, man. There's just such an additional level of mastery to Crossbones with various matchups and animations, where you can just get so much more out of the character. But again, he's going to require a lot of practice, a lot of investment. I completely understand if he's not everybody's cup of tea, because, you know, a lot of people don't really like the playstyle of, like, dashing back and holding block, and I think with Civil Warrior, the payoff wasn't really there, but with Crossbones, like, the damage is just absolute insanity. Plus, as well, that 100% ability accuracy reduction and 90% chance to shrug off debuffs is just mad, mad clutch. You'll notice we did get clipped, like, a few seconds ago, and yeah, instantly he shrugged off the stun and was just like straight back in it, and also we converted that stun into Fury as well, and then we fire off the special 2, get the incinerate on Thing, and it's game over. So 3 minutes and 50-second takedown, man, just absolute numbers from the boy. And again, all in 119 hits, and the more you ramp up Crossbones, you know, you see toward the end of that fight, he just goes absolutely crazy. The damage really is just beyond nuts, man. And even for shorter fights as well, what I found kind of playing around with him and also watching other YouTubers, I watched Brian Starlord takedown this morning. I think just like spamming the special 1 really is the way to go, because I did my first Thing takedown and I got like a 5 and a bit minute kill with Crossbones, going for the special 3 rotation, but being a little bit more risky if you do have the full team synergy, and just going in for those special 1s and also trying to fire off cheeky heavy attacks as well. One thing I do in a few matches in Realm of Legends is go for the special one, and then try and intercept with a heavy straight after. And in a lot of scenarios, this works out quite nicely. I'm not too sure if it's 100% reliable, but yeah, if it is, man, that's a really good way to kind of knock your opponent down, generate the Fury, but then also pause the Fury after that as well. So again, still a lot of experimentation, but Realm of Legends Storm, just to show you some stuff outside of the Abyss of Legends, just gets absolutely tanked in 53 hits there. And just to show you the synergies here as well, we've got Mangog, Odin, Captain Marvel, and also Nick Fury. But one thing, in Realm of Legends, I just forgot to use the Odin pre-fight ability, so again, we could have a bit more bonus to our Fury when it does come to some of these Realm of Legends fights, but ideally, we would want to be using the Taskmaster synergy if it was actually working, because again, with every overrun, that gives you 2 additional Furies, so theoretically speaking, against heroes, that should be 5 additional Furies. So yeah, I really hope that synergy gets fixed, man, because if it does, then yeah, we can make Crossbones even crazier, which is definitely what I'm after. But also for this video as well, I've invested in the masteries to strengthen the Furies by 6%, didn't have the additional point for the full 4, and we've also got the additional 0.8 second duration. But actually, I don't think we ever go like that close to letting them expire. So yeah, we pause here, go for the refresh, and I think we just dash in. One thing I love about Crossbones as well is during the overrun, you have the 50% power gain rate, so it allows you to just like very quickly build up to a special 2 and unleash like this massive finishing combo in any match. So you see here like so much overkill on vision, but if that special 2 had landed, I think the total damage would have been around 200,000 there, because you've got like all the shotgun blasts plus also the incinerate as well, and the incinerate hits so incredibly hard, and against hero characters you get double incinerate. So yeah, Crossbones really is one of the ultimate hero slayers now. So if we do see like any really annoying hero characters in the future where there are lots of opportunities to fire off your heavy attack, again, he's just going to be absolutely nuts, man. But I'm very glad he's gone from this champion that, you know, was incredibly outdated in terms of his damage, but always had a pretty decent set of utility with his very strong ability accuracy reduction, to now this absolute truck. Like, he hits so incredibly hard. You know, he's still got the 100% ability accuracy reduction. He has like a 90% chance via the awakened ability to shrug off debuffs. Granted, this does have a level of diminishing returns for like rapidly applied debuffs, so I think it's like 20% diminishing returns on the 90% chance, and then it resets after 5 seconds apparently, at least according to some of the testing done by Duckslug on Aunt May. But yeah, that's still going to be pretty good in the right scenario. Again, if you get an annoying debuff on yourself, like in the Invisible Woman matchup, or if there's like a 7-second poison node, for example, but stuff that's like rapidly applying, he's probably not going to be that great for. But again, I still think he's going to be very usable in a lot of content where there are debuffs present, but it may not be like the absolute best option, depending on the frequency of how those debuffs are applied, if that makes sense. So here we got Realm of Legends Wolverine, so we get a quick heavy refresh there. We've quickly built up to 12 Furies now in this fight. I think we go for a heavy just to get those Furies paused, trying to bang out a special 1 if we can. Unfortunately, he's not quite playing ball, but I think we just go for a combo straight into special 1 there. Again, playing a little bit more cheeky today in terms of like trying to maximize my amount of hits, my special 1s as well, but you know, just see what we can get away with. But to be fair, during this whole run, like, I didn't lose the Furies once, so I was very, very happy about that. But again, he's still a character that I know a lot of people are struggling to play in various matchups, especially if you don't have the Mangog Synergy. But yeah, just on the real, like, Crossbones still is not really that great for villains. It's really the hero matchups with the Mangog Synergy that allows this character to shine and just go to a crazy, like, top 5 DPS god level. And I understand the frustration of people that have had, like, Crossbones for a while but don't have the Mangog Synergy. I really wish the bonus was on the base of Crossbones, man. But I think, you know, with this level of power, they're trying to gate it behind a synergy, and I think this is going to be a reason for a lot of Crossbones fans to maybe open up the next 5-star featured crystal if they're like really, really looking to take Crossbones to just that broken insanity level. I know some people that have taken him up to rank 3-4 Thronebreaker, so yeah, I don't think it's like a bad decision now, so I'm very interested to see how this character does get used moving forward, especially with all the new content that we're going to see in Act 7, because I think he's got some real potential there. And even with this team as well, looking at like Crossbones, Mangog, Captain Marvel movie, Nick Fury, you still do have that space, because even in Realm of Legends here, we are not using, the Odin Synergy whatsoever, so you've still got space for an additional character. But Nick Fury and Captain Marvel are both like absolutely broken characters. They're really, really good, so you've got room, depending on the path and what you exactly need. You can bring in, like, you know, Doctor Doom, Human Torch, maybe a very strong mutant character like Sunspot, Magneto. So yeah, I think there's a lot of ways to build a pretty good Crossbones team moving forward. And I guess as well, to a certain extent, once you've mastered Crossbones, you don't really need Nick Fury and Captain Marvel in the team, although they're very good to have and very good characters. So it could just be Crossbones, Mangog, and then like 3 other characters for dealing with everything else. So maybe like Magneto, Torch, Doctor Doom, for example. So yeah, I think he's going to have some interesting uses moving forward. But again, it's barely been 24 hours since the release of this buff, so it's still very early days when it comes to Crossbones. I think this man is going to be going straight into the solid god tier on my tier list. I do think he has potential for a beyond god tier ranking, but yeah, I just want to see how he gets used in the future, because again, he does have flaws. He's not a perfect character, but again, in the right scenario, the right matchup, he is absolutely crazy. So ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoyed today's 6-star rank 3 boosted gameplay, and if you did, please do smash that like button. Take care, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.